Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the channel. Thought I'd jump on here and again give you some updates. This channel will be focused on cryptocurrencies, mostly the top 10 cryptos, the new financial system, and strategies and tips to navigate this new world. So jumping in to a post here from Echo X. We've covered him before on the channel. He says XRP will power the world. Power the world. It's a bankless revolution. Make sure you follow my friend from TikTok, Know What You Hold. And here he reposts a story from Lori Report. So we're going to play this here.
Trump is
And
loudly proclaiming his stance on crypto. It's interesting, the timing. He says he has a plan to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the planet, coming within hours. Now, he dropped a bomb just days ago regarding a mysterious new DeFi project. He teased the DeFi venture that could be one of his landmark financial inclusion projects. And this community is buzzing. He said on his Truth Social account that for too long, the average American has been squeezed by the big banks and financial elites, and it's time we take a stand together. And he hashtags it Be Defiant. It was just rebranded from the Defiant ones to World Liberty Financial. The details remain scant, but there are serious hints regarding DeFi. Now, if you want to see how involved Ripple is in the DeFi ecosystem, you can go straight to the XRPL website, and you can even take a course and deep dive into the XRPL DeFi. These are all the lessons, all the courses, and you can watch them all directly from the site. In Trump's words, they shut out people, they deny them loans, they drown them in paperwork and kill them with legal and processing fees. These banks and the elites who run them want absolute control, but that ends now. The XRP ledger has increasingly become a formidable DeFi ecosystem. Later this year, Ripple is launching RLUSD, which could attract billions in liquidity, making it even more suitable for a national DeFi platform. One of XRPL's biggest advantages is over rivals like Ethereum, where the fees are through the roof. And for a DeFi platform to be accessible for the financially marginalized, its fees must be very low, which Ethereum still has not mastered. Do your own research, check it out. I want to hear what you have to say. Make sure you're joining me here every day for the latest on Ripple, XRP, and where they're headed.
so very cool there from Lori Roberts. Again, I've gone on that XRPL website and watched some of those courses, and it's very easy, accessible to everybody, and pretty cool to see there. And again, all these things that Ripple and XRP are doing seem to be pointing in a great direction. Trump's new crypto bank is what it seems like. I know his sons are heavily involved in, and they recently changed the name. It's a lot of newness yet to that project, so hopefully we'll hear more on that as we move forward. Next up, another video here from Mickle Markets. Ripple talking about XRP 24 central banks. So let's dive into this one, and love to get your thoughts in the
Back in
comments.
2017, Ripple hosted a meeting with 24 central banks in New York. And at that meeting, with the opening speech, was the IMF. Guys, at this presentation, Ripple specifically talked about how XRP can be used to connect fiat currencies to create newfound liquidity. What Ripple is going to do is build a trap that gives that institution what it wants now so they can ultimately get that institution using XRP later down the road. In my opinion, this is the winning strategy. Ripple is going to have higher level derivative products on top of everything they're building, whether or not it's their stablecoin, XRP payments for ODL, or institutional grade DeFi on the XRP ledger. All of these things are going to tie back to XRP, require XRP, and ultimately build value for these institutions that they didn't even know they needed. Back in 2017, Ripple hosted a meeting.
So, good little video there from Mickle Markets, as always. I don't know that I would have used the word trap as far as what Ripple's doing, but if you research Ripple at all, you understand that they're connected to a lot of banks, a lot of different countries. They're involved in and touch a lot of other companies in the digital asset blockchain space. So for them, being at a meeting with central banks in New York, not surprising. They're involved in a lot and they're growing quickly. And again, if you go to their websites, you can see jobs posted all the time, all over the world. And they just opened a new office. I think in Singapore. Don't quote me on that, but again, they are a very fast-growing company and in touch, with a lot of different folks involved in banking, crypto, blockchain, etc. So one of my favorite follows on social media as it relates to crypto and finance is Coach JV. He has been laying out the same message for for years. He was one of the uh, first guys on social that I started following, and he's really preached the same message over and over again. I believe he was, I don't know his exact position, but he was formerly in the banking system, worked for a major bank. And let's listen to what he has to say here.
I've been telling you guys since 2020 that by 2030, your banks will all be using cryptocurrency. It is absolutely a non-negotiable for banks now. Coindesk, just put out an article explaining exactly what I've been talking about. It is an absolutely non-negotiable for banks to use distributed ledger technology, cryptocurrency, blockchain. Here's what it's going to look like. Is I guarantee you will come back to this video and it'll age very, very well. And by the time you come back to it, there'll be a small percentage of the population that are some of the wealthiest people in the world because they could see the transformation. There's not some switch that's being flipped. This has been planned out for a very, very long time. And they get you to look this way as everything changes this way. The reason why banks have to get involved is because the old fiat system and the old SWIFT system is archaic. It's an old analog system. With information moving at the speed of light, messaging moving at the speed of light, supply chain moving at the speed of light, and the advent of AI technology, it cannot operate, listen to me, without cryptocurrency, without DLT, without blockchain. So your banks will be custodying your cryptocurrency by 2030. They'll be allowing you to stake your cryptocurrency for profit by 2030. They will be using AI trading services to be faster, more efficient, to make more money in fees. And they'll all be fighting to be your custodian by 2030. And there's a small window this next 6 years for the normal everyday person to pick a few winners that could radically transform their family's financial future. But the reason why most people are going to get wrecked is because they're trying to win the lottery. You need to develop a long-term, 5-year, 10-year, 20-year, 30-year, and generational plan. You need to make sound decisions, learn financial literacy, develop financial education, financial discipline.
I'm going to cut it off there because it's a longer video. But Coach JV does a great job. Again, he's been preaching the same message since at least 2017. I've been following him since probably 2020, so 4 years or so. And nobody knows, right? This is not financial advice. Do your own research. Nobody knows the exact timing of this. Quite frankly, Ripple probably doesn't even know the exact timing of this, because when you're dealing with something as big as this and making changes to the new financial system, or to the existing financial system and to the existing banking system, nobody can tell you exactly when the flip is going to be switched. If the flip is going to be switched, nobody knows that exactly. But the cool thing about this space is you can see changes happening. People have certainly made money in the past in crypto. But again, you should only be investing, just like anything else in crypto, what you can afford to lose, because you just don't know what's going to happen. But give Coach JV a follow. He does a great job, as always. Emily here has Amazon entered into a new crypto partnership with Ripple? On Amazon's website page was posted explicitly titled AWS Partner Profile Ripple! So She has a link right here that you can go to. I'm not going to go to it now. But again, you just see these partnerships coming over and over and over again with Ripple. So it's hard to not to see them as a winner here in the space. Here's another video from Chad Steingraber. Again, I've covered him before. He does a tremendous job with his research. This is all about the elections. When it comes to elections, when it comes to being recognized, you got to put money up, and the crypto community is doing that now.
A few years ago, former President Trump called Bitcoin a scam. But just last month, he spoke at the year's biggest Bitcoin conference and praised Bitcoin, comparing it to the steel industry a century ago. A great story on CNBC.com today about how Trump went from skeptic to believer. And joining us is a reporter behind the story, Mackenzie Segalis. Mac, welcome.
Hey, Tyler. So for months now, I've been talking to the people who have quietly been helping to orchestrate Donald Trump's total about-face on crypto behind closed doors. The former president's 180 on digital tokens goes back to at least March. Now, that is when 3 Bitcoiners living in Puerto Rico got in touch with the Trump team and joined a chorus of voices, a group that includes Trump's family and friends, that has been actively pushing pro-crypto talking points. We're talking secret meetings at Trump Tower in Nashville and Mar-a-Lago, plus a slew of sideline fundraising events. Now, all in, they have promised him $100 million and 5 million votes. They've raised $25 million so far, and I'm told that an updated fundraising figure is coming my way soon. Now, Trump is listening, leaning into increasingly pro-Bitcoin talk on the campaign trail. People telling me that he's been learning as experts have explained that the industry is real and not overrun with criminal activities. But there's also the matter of all that cash being raised and donated by crypto executives and businesses. In fact, almost half of all corporate money raised this cycle is from crypto. They're outspending big oil.
So that was the main point I wanted to get across to you guys with this video of sharing it. One, look who's covering it. CNBC is covering this. You didn't get that, again, 3-4 years ago, covering Bitcoin on as often as they do now on CBNC. And obviously you didn't have the money coming in to the elections from the crypto community like you do for this presidential election. You didn't have that last time. And, Trump wasn't a believer. Whether you like Trump or not, he has changed his attitude on Bitcoin and crypto in general. And again, I think it's more because of some of what people have educated him on. So we'll see what happens. We know the Harris campaign is in discussions with folks on the crypto side and what they're going to do. I think that's yet to be determined, but my guess is they'll be jumping on this as well because they see the power of it, and they see the influence of it coming full steam. So here is a first post of mine from CKJ Crypto News. It says Brad Garlinghouse on the best of XRP, and let's just give you a look at this video, and please drop your comments
look,
as well.
one of the things I also agreed with what Michael Saylor was talking about is I think all boats will rise in the crypto space. And so we have definitely been an advocate of what's good for crypto is good for Ripple. Flare is a separate company. It's not an initiative within Ripple, but it's a company we invested in about a year ago right now. And from my point of view, the simple view is let's combine the best components of what XRP represents, which is extremely fast settlement, with some of the best components of what Ethereum represents, smart contracts, as well as something they call Avalanche for consensus. And that helps extends XRP's utility and allows developers to create smart contracts for new use cases like lending, like derivatives. So, I think it's super exciting to watch the Flare, the team there build what they're building. I think it is early days, but I think it's indicative of all the different ways that you can use the XRP ledger and, the advantages the XRP ledger has relative to some other blockchains.
And the intention is still to airdrop this new.
So great to hear from Brad there. Thanks to CKJ Crypto News for dropping that video. Again, Ripple's tied into a lot of things. I didn't know. You learn something new in this community every day, but I didn't know Ripple was invested in Flare. but they're invested, and and they have partnered with a lot of companies.